It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Dallas. It's the Bears and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On the option right is Fields. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Fox. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Get it!
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage and hit clean space.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Ready.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Fields now to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now 2nd and 5. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 26. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Fields. And he finds Escobar, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Singletary is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And Stroud now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther Street, Panther Street. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he fires one incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Get up! Hey, check that. Street. Mustang 19.
The throwing again is Stroud. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
2nd and 3 at the Bears' 16-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go now.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stroud to throw it. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that went a long 11-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On first down, it's Fields. He's got it. It's Escobar. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Fields. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Chris Christian Harris from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Baltimore Ravens are heading back to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Stroud looking to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Give him another one right back to Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Brought down at the 20.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Stroud. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now is Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At the 20. Singletary to get the drive started. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. He gets away from one. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Now Fields going to move him around. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Christian Harris able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. Oh, it's intercepted. A drop. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
60 Vikings.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second down, it's Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run with Pollard.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Pollard one more time. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. To throw is Stroud.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. So now Fields and the Bears down 21-10. A minute 54 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Gets this to Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Good.
Out of the gun, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Fields.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now it's Fields.
And he's going to go down again.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Fields.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, they are going back to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that does it for the conference championship.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.